Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to have a look at the VK90. Yes, a brilliant tank, an absolutely brilliant tank. The gun depression is good, the armor is incredible. Your turret is over 300 millimeters of armor. It also has decent enough speed for what it is. It's basically a super heavy, and the DPM for that super heavy is really good. The only thing it doesn't have of the super heavies is a massive gun, but you're looking at sort of 2,700, just less than 2,700 of DPM, which is really good for the kind of tank it is. And the penetration, the standard round, is really good. You're looking at 275 millimeters, which is very, very good standard. Your APCR is around 320, not as good as some of the tanks out there for the standard round, for the premium round, but you've got enough penetration out there. You've got enough penetration, you've got enough alpha, you've got enough speed, and you've got enough armor, and it is for sale. It's back for sale. It hasn't been for sale that many times, to be honest. It's one of those tanks that rarely come in the store, but you can get it. You can get it for gold. 22,500 gold, I believe this tank is, and honestly, I do think it's worth it. I think it's an amazing tank. Obviously, it's a rear-mounted turret. So you've got to get your angles correct when you're trying to angle. You can angle in this tank. You've got 10 degrees of gun depression, I think you've got as well. So you've got pretty much everything. It's everything you need in a tank, and it's brilliant. It really is brilliant. It can hold its own front line, and you can get a lot of block damage, and this is where I'm playing it now. I'm playing mega front line, and this is how I like playing this tank. And we are going to get a little bit of block damage. I mean, we're not going to be the best. We can't really get our angles, and a lot of that is my fault. I mean, you can see I'm just coming out sideways here to try and clear these guys and try and do some damage. And of course, when he pushes me, I'm not in that position to be able to get some block damage. And you have to remember the bottom plate on this is quite weak, but everything else, when you are angling, your turret is where this really does shine, and you will get that block damage. I mean, we still bounced 940 damage, which is still more than our hit points, more than the hit points we've got left. And you can see all my engine etc and the tracks are damaged, but it was still quite an easy win. Yes, we have stayed alive, but there is still 3 tanks left, so we're going to try and get rid of the Death Star here. I think someone else clears him, and before you know it, there's just really this mouse to the right, and I still don't want to get shot from him, so I'm still going to back up. If you can get on the ridge lines like here, use the ridge lines, and you will get bounces. Of course, it does have the hatch on top that can be penetrated, but it is actually quite it's not an easy pen to clear. And as you can see, when you're angling just like that, you will get the bounces. So that is now 1,400 block damage, and we're going to get the kill for the win. So we didn't really do too much. It's just we held, and that is what this tank is good at. It's good at holding the line, front line as front line can be. Just like a normal super heavy, the mouses, the E100s, things like E3s and IS4s, IS7s, this is kind of like that. It is a front line holding tank. Go with your heavies, like, well, go with your team really, but don't worry about supporting your mediums. Like, play your own game kind of thing. Like, go with your heavies, make sure you're front line, make sure you get your angles right, and you will get those the bounces. And as I say, it's a very, very nice tank. When Wargaming first introduced this tank to the game, when we tested it, it was really, really poor. It had literally no turret armor, but of course, when we tested it, that's the best thing about the test. They can clearly see it's not a great tank. It was boring to play, so they upped the armor on the turret, and they've now made it one of the, in my opinion, one of the best heavies in tier 10, because it is a great heavy. I don't care what anyone says, it is a great heavy. So yeah, and here we're going to push again. We've gone low, we have gone low instead of going round, because it doesn't have the strongest of side turrets, as you can see, sorry, the side armor, as you can see. So we've gone low because we want to really only show them our strongest armor, and that is the turret. That is the turret, and that's where we're going now. And already one tank down, one heavy down. We know that there's a Death Star here. We don't want to angle too much. Of course, we are showing a little bit of our hull there and our side, so we do want to be careful with that, and we don't want to give this Death Star an easy pen. So when I'm coming out, you can see me going out literally forward. I'm not coming out sideways. Now I'm sideways, yes, but you come out sort of facing forward so he doesn't get that shot on the side or the bottom plate. And again, as you can see, we get that bounce. So 1,800 block damage already, and we've literally done hardly anything. And it's now a 6 versus 5, but our guys are pushing around here, and there's quite a few of us here, so I really want to just push this T-57. I really want to push this Badger and just get rid of them and pretty much ignore everyone else. So we're going to clear the Badger here, and then we're going to clear the T-57 Heavy, who's when you've got 3 tanks like this all rushing you, yeah, and you want to reload in an auto loader, yeah, not great. And we can clear him. So now there's just 3 tanks left, 2 60 TPs and this guy in front of us now. And again, we are going to get shot here. I was just going to drop down. But I thought, you know what, now that the E3's gone, who did drop down to the 60 TP, now's probably, I don't want to suicide, because if I drop down and get wrecked by 2 of these 60 TPs, obviously one's down below and one's up the top, so I can only face my heavy armor against one of them. So I'm just sitting back, you know, I'm not sort of taking any major risks. I'm just sitting back. We're winning on supremacy points. There's no reason right now for me to drop down and just lose all my hit points until my team are with me, supporting me. But the enemy is the ones that are going to have to do something, because they are losing on supremacy points. And you can see there the TVP, he is getting shots at me, so I'm just going to back up. Again, he's still doing damage, but as soon as you can just see there, that little angle I just did was enough to get the bounce. So 2,400 blocked damage. Now, as I've said before, like, the armor is the strongest thing with this tank. Like, I absolutely love it. And you're always going to get that block damage. You're always going to get some block damage. But you just need to make the armor more effective. Use the tank for an advantage. You've got 300 millimeters on your turret. Use that. Use that to your advantage. Get into positions where they can only see your turret. And if you're not, sort of side scrape. Try and side scrape and just show them the strongest parts if you can. And you will start to do damage, and you will get more block damage. Now you can see here, I'm not looking directly at this guy, and this is the kind of things that I do. Whenever I can't get protection, whenever I can't get cover, I'm always trying to angle my tank just a little bit. And as you can see, we almost got 3k block damage there, and 4.2k easy damage. So in my opinion, the tank is worth the price. It's been around a while, but it doesn't come for sale for often for gold, but definitely worth that price. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.